So I finally figure out what to do with this. I have to confess I spent a lot of time scouring these tunnels, and I basically got rid of the recording afterwards because it was going nowhere. Then the solution came, and it's really simple. It's the extra power source. Why do we have the extra power source? The reason is we don't have an extra power source. It's sort of, I'm split between, is it my fault or is it the game's fault that I didn't realize it sooner? Here's the problem. The chunk of mithril we have is too big. It has all the mithril we need, but we can't use it as like this. However, I feel that the game should have done one of two things. Either logically thinking, if it has the necessary amount of mithril, why can't I just use it? I mean, if we get extra mithril ingots, how is that a bad thing? If that's not possible, well, the alternative option to that is, why isn't there a mention that you need to have a specific size chunks to be able to utilize it? Why are there different size when the game only accepts one size and the machine only accepts one size? Surely there should have been some kind of mention that in the instructions how to do all this. Like if the machine accepts only chunks of certain size, so if you have too big of a piece, you have to first use this machine to break them down, something like that. Anything that sort of directs you to this. Here's the thing: we don't have the extra power source. Each use, we need to reset it with the power stone, but it didn't really even occur to me. It's not like the other machines just waste your power source if you use them once. So why is this special? Why didn't this just reset after killing the first beast? Now the answer I think is obvious. It's because you need to kill the other beast in a different way. I think. The more I think about this, the less it makes sense. It's like something should have been different. Something should have been mentioned. Either extra mention on how to deal with the mithril pieces, or something about the use of the machine itself. And the power isn't disappearing now, so it's the inconsistency of it all. It's not certainly helping the matter. We do have extra chunks, so we do something with them. Maybe it makes both the swords, the two-handed and the one-handed. It doesn't matter, because only one can be made with the meteor dust. I'll make them one-handed. It's just so frustrating, this whole process. What does the book say about it exactly? Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about it. It goes, in order to make a metal object you must use two machines. So ingot maker and the actual, what's the other use? You should use the ingot maker. This machine will melt the ore to obtain the calibrated ingot. The following steps describe how to make it. Foundry. Yeah. the entire initial process is just skipped over. And it seems like the sort of machine is jammed after killing the beast. That's what I took it. I didn't really. It didn't really occur to me that the power stone just mysteriously disappeared. It all works a little bit wrong. A piece of cast mithril melded with cold rock. Excellent. So, how does this work? We need to use both of them, but where do we put the mold? I'm guessing here goes the mold. Here comes the weapon. Well, I'm sure the game will tell me if I'm doing things wrong. Be placed on the just making sure we're getting things right this time. Next boundary should be used as follows. Place the power stone in the machine. Put the mold of the object you wish to make into the caster. Put the ingot into the oven. Leather. Yeah, it's not exactly detailed instructions. Just because looking at this object, it's not exactly clear what everything here is. Meteor Saber. Damage plus 20. Or damage plus 8. A little bit of downgrade in armor class, but not that much. Wonder if you could enchant the shield. You only need to enchant the Meteor Saber. Right. Enchanting process. Do we have a book about that? Yeah, we need to use the dragon egg, I guess, in the sword. Nope.
Well, well. Here's something new.
Ready to be enchanted. Tall shield. A magical tall shield. It doesn't seem magical. Then with the mithril helmet. I'll try to test things out on the tall shield because I'm pretty sure I can just buy another one. We certainly had some instructions on this. Theory on the ultimate weapon. enchantments. Dexterity, strength, or dragon egg. There might be others. Garlic. Indestructible. What about dragon bones? Dragon bone powder. Can I use it on the... It's only for weapons. I'm not super interested in it, but I think I'll leave it at that. Enchant item. Should be able to cast that. Maybe it should be taken out of the inventory. Guess it needs to be in the inventory then. Oh yeah, this I can't enchant shit in this place. Pneumatic allowed. Sometimes I'm not too good at spotting the obvious. Why does this spell fail in this area that is, without any explanation, negates all magic? That's what bothers me too a bit. I mean, I understand they wanted to create a no magic area here for reasons. However, I would have liked some kind of explanation why the magic doesn't work here. Something. Anything. Dwarves just had the technology to prevent magic from working. I feel it would have been mentioned. There were wizard wars and everything. If one faction could have just easily prevented it. No, that's right. Not doing anything. I couldn't open the inventory. So this is not meant to be used like this, right? Meteor safe. Now what? The time has come for me to fulfill my mission. I will go to the Illicit bunker now and destroy Iservius. Or should I say, Akbar? Probably shouldn't say that. I want to do something. We have unfinished business here and there, but I'm not sure we can finish them, so we want to come here. I don't think so. Oh, place could respawn. Yeah, this seems like a bad idea. The Illicit bunker, I think, was on the 4th or 5th floor. The one place protected by the force field. That is disabled a long time ago. I think I'll go talk to the snake women, maybe the king, see if they have anything to say. We could also go on a murder spree. Okay, take a look at the treasuries. I think I'll do something like that. We need 12,000 to get to level 9, and we're not gonna get to level 9. We might have been able to if we would have done the dragon's quest. Give him the proper amount of gold. So the bank robbery. Not sure if that's possible anymore. Not sure if I care. But those are all things that would have made a lot more sense earlier on in the game. And even then, I'm not sure. I mean, looking back, we didn't have a huge amount of options to buy things. The point of the game where we can start to enchant, create our own items too, is the point where it's totally pointless to do anymore, because the Illicit armor we got is more superior to everything. And the 5 extra strength it provides allows you to... You have basically, what, strength of 7? You start with a strength of 6. And I think this requires 12 strength to hold on to. So if you basically can cast a bless spell. No, you need a natural strength of 7 pretty much, or you need to use +1 strength ring, and that's it. You can temporarily dip your... Is it level... You can cast level 4 spells, that's enough. So most of the good spells are on level 5 at the latest. So casting to around 50, and that's it. That's all you really need. Once you equip this armor, you don't... If you just don't take it off, that's it. A single point in strength, probably 2 initially, because you want to use your better weapon. And everything else can be dumped wherever you want, doesn't matter. Mana points don't matter either. I could easily see myself having half the mana I currently have and still be doing fine. Certainly it doesn't require 22 mental. Maybe a little bit. So you can cast a couple of attack spells. And that's not really necessary, it's just if you want to be able to casually take down pretty much everything. And rest can be put to wherever. I guess the bigger gain is that you don't really want to put points here. I'm not sure if you want to put them in defense either. That would still be 50 points on something, so technical skill 100. Sneaking, especially if you take more dexterity, these would all be in respectable numbers. The stealth is pretty much the only reason not to use this armor set. And that's a fairly limited specialization.
May the wisdom of the Nodin guide you, Amshakar.
Now you must find and destroy Akba.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has anything really important to contribute at this point. I'm thinking of what would we like to finish. There's some doors that we couldn't open, but that seems like a really weak reason to go back to some places. We have the Goblin Treasury, the Snake Woman's Treasury, and I suppose try to figure out how to get into the bank. But I feel bank is more of a thief's job anyway. It sort of seems like you'll have to lockpick things or steal keys to get to all the places you want. I don't think that's for us. However, the two treasuries are a different matter. Although not really. I'm gonna take a look, but I don't expect much from them. The thing is, I can't open the chests in those places anyway. I know the Goblin Treasury, that had something like a couple of gems that I could access. There were locked chests, but I couldn't open them. So actually, I'm just gonna take a look at the Snake Woman's Treasury. And that's it.
You're gonna regret this! Me hungry! Me here's something! Here is human! Stay here! Fight! Get lost!
Okay, where was it? Here. Secret pathway to the snake. Yes. Right. Just want to do demanding. Jump, you fucker. Why aren't you jumping? Right. Sneaking isn't an option with this. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna load, because this is gonna lead to fighting with the snake people. But I want to see what they have. Is it just treasure? That's more or less what I'm interested in. Everything's trapped here.
Locked.
Gemstone. Dark ring. Invisibility potions. Dispel field. Levitate. Reveal. This is pretty weak. I'll change the helmet. These are illusion people after all. Color me unimpressed.
It's too complicated for me.
At the same time, I didn't get access to the good loot anyway, so yeah, there could be something interesting there, but definitely something that's even potentially only worthwhile for a thief. So, not impressed. Suppose the bigger problem is exactly that. What the fuck are you gonna do with your monies? Congratulations, you have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. Okay. You're still gonna have the same gear everyone else is gonna have. He's poor or rich, doesn't make a difference. I don't mind that type of a goal in a game like, let's say, Skyrim. Something that's where you don't necessarily even need to have goals. Ooh, actually, this is the map I need to come to, wasn't it? Yep, that's where we're going to go, north. But here, where you have a fairly specific goal, there isn't a lot of aimless adventuring or exploring you can do. Almost every place is where you have to go sooner or later. So here, ooh.
Shigar, I've been thinking. Perhaps you are right. My father should know I'm alive.
It must be your decision.
Please, show him this, my signet ring. The sacred dagger took it as proof of my heritage when they saved me. Tell my father I'll wait for him by the lake.
Locked. Fuck you.
My beautiful daughter, Aaliyah, I had lost all hope of ever seeing you again.
Father, it's so good to meet you at last.
I have missed you so much. This is unbelievable. I am so overjoyed to find you still alive.
That joy is shared, Father.
By the gods.
This is a precious moment for my daughter and me. I shall allow no one to come and disturb it. Leave this room immediately.
Don't be ridiculous.
Good heavens, what are you doing here? You have what you want. Krauhaus is back in your hands, so I don't know what you think you're doing here.
What has this to do with Kraus? We are here to celebrate the return of Aliyah among her own, her true family, our order.
Have you lost your mind?
Perhaps you've lost your memory. Behold this treaty, the very pact agreed between our two peoples by Paxellus, your father. In the name of the kingdom, I, King Paxellus, King of Arx, pledge my fourth direct descendant to the Order of Adurnium. In return, the Order shall provide the kingdom with Kraus and Zohark. This child was promised to us, Lunshire. Let her come with us, or prepare to die.
Never. I was aware of no such treaty. I refute it entirely. What cause could you have to take my daughter? Guards! What?
Don't be rash, Lunshire. Have some sense for a change. What good are your swords against us? I thought you were a little more intelligent than that. This treaty was to ensure the rebirth of our queen. It just happened to save your pathetic kingdom as well. We need a queen, and that queen is Aliyah.
Aliyah shall be queen, but queen of the humans. Comrades, fight to the death!
Enough. No more bloodshed. I will honor Paxellus' word. I know not what lies in store for me in the Order of Adurnium, but it is not for me to bring judgment upon this treaty. The kingdom would never have won the war of the Meiji without the Order's help, and we must honor our promises. Father, I accept this, because in my eyes, honor is the most important quality. I hope we shall meet again soon, but I'm afraid I must leave you now.
That will not be necessary.
Florence? Is that you?
I am sorry to interrupt your reunion, O Sisters of Eternium. But Aliyah cannot be your queen. Aliyah is the fifth descendant of Paxellus.
What?
I was part of the Order of the Sacred Dagger. A secret order created by Paxellus himself to protect the kingdom of Arx against all sorts of dangers. I was an important officer of the organization, one of the few who knew about the secret treaty. I arranged for Aliyah to be kidnapped. But the night she was born, I also gave birth to Clarice, her twin sister, born a few minutes before Aliyah. This unexpected birth gave me the idea of putting her into the care of my servant, who could take her out of Arx to the Guild of Travelers. But I was assassinated by an unexpected visitor, who has finally been unmasked thanks to Anshigar. Betrayed, and for so many years, does human duplicity know no bounds? Where is the fourth descendant promised in our prophecy? The true queen will reveal herself of her own accord when the time is right. I am deeply disappointed. What a waste of time. We have been waiting for our queen for so many years. Sisters, let us return. Our race is dying out, and we have nothing left to do here.
So that just happened.
Dead meat, human!
What the fuck? It's like some kind of pointless side activity suddenly decided to hijack my game for 5 minutes. Where exactly am I? Totally the wrong place. Uh, I don't think that was a good idea. I get that they wanted to sort of put an end to all those little things were hinted at, but is this the best way to do it? I feel like they basically didn't know how to do it, and then they had to make sure that the player can't basically evade their little conclusion. So right when you're about to think you're about to go to your end battle, your game gets hijacked, and sort of the mood changed completely for me. I was about to go to the final battle and end things. That's what I was prepared for mentally, and now I'm just sort of confused because the tone of the situation changed entirely. I have no idea. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I suppose it depends on how quickly we can actually get to the end fight. The sort of the moment is gone now, so it has to be rebuilt. But I feel that's an unnecessary amount of sort of a time and focus given to something that has, as far as our mission is concerned, been a total side activity. The Ghost was a total side quest. I don't know. Some shit like that should have been in the epilogue, more or less. Consequences of your actions during the adventure. Not now. Not now. How much? There's not that much room here, though. I'll end it here for now. It's probably some kind of a smallish fortress and the final fight. Probably. Assuming we aren't getting interrupted again, I think we should be able to wrap this up without too much. Not too many issues. Do we still have something? Um, yeah, we never really bothered to make the potions I was going to make. We have 9 mana potions, but we have 23 healing potions. I have to think that that's going to be enough. Mana-wise, we usually only need to rest a little bit, just wait and we have enough mana to act. We cannot cast away the final boss, so I think the fact that we have 20 plus life potions is what's important. Also, I'm gonna do one more thing before ending. I need to change the rings, not that I still remember. As nice as these are, in order to face Akba, we have to have the others. I don't think I want to cast level 10 spells. It's important because it means I can switch the helmet that dispels all illusions. Also has higher armor class. Looks cooler with this armor, so guess we're about as ready as we're going to ever get. Armor class sort of sucks now. Well, it's not like it's terrible. It just isn't amazingly good anymore. Not sure if we're gonna get a level up. I don't think so. Depends on what the game throws our way at this point. If it's pretty straightforward, go there, face the Akba. There are various hybrid, whatever, probably 20 minutes tops, 30.